You guys have entered the dormitories, and you began to sort of look around and see what was there. This was on M's suggestion, in fact, because she thought that her group that she's looking for, the Phantom Posse, might be here. She lost track of them somehow. And you find that this whole dormitory area has been shot to pieces. There are bullet casings, there are bullet holes in the wall, there are even sort of burn marks, signs of other, maybe, some kind of either incendiary grenade or, flash grenade or something like that. But clearly some shit went down in this room. The furniture is broken apart. You're not sure if that's just time or if it broke at when this happened back in the 1950s, you presume. Peter and Corrina, I believe. You guys had sort of made your way back to this chapel, sort of little private chapel for the monks behind with these simple benches. And on the back wall was this sort of iron crucifix fixed to the wall. You would notice that there was a sort of these little kind of drag marks, little scratch marks in the stone. Reaching up, you managed to turn it and heard a satisfying little click. This secret door opened, revealing a chamber beyond. And as your light sort of spilled in, you saw this utterly desiccated, almost mummified hand sort of drop to the ground just inside the doorway. And you see a pistol sort of spill out and clatter to the stone beyond. Inside, you could just make out with the lights a kind of what looks kind of like a shrine of bones. Very much like you've seen pictures of in the catacombs in France and so forth, various places that do that. But there's these little bones. It's a little alarming because they're all very small bones, like really small, far too small to be adult, let's say, lining the walls and the ceiling. Floor has these ancient, almost Romanesque tiles. And in the center it's about the size of one of those baptismal fonts. I don't know if you've ever seen them. It's kind of like a stone little bowl, except this one looks to be stained with something darker, rust or red color, a little brown. And the smell from in there is dark. It's musty. You don't think this door has been opened in quite a while. And to be fair, the sort of mummified hand you saw speaks to that as well. But at the moment, anyway, I think only Pete and Corrina have seen this. A moment later, Hyeon would pick it up on his feet anyway, since you guys' cameras are going, your head cams and so forth, I presume. So, Hyeon, you immediately you watch as this opens and you see this this image come through your feed.
Guys, look at this. The guys, I think they found some sort of secret room.
Oh, what are you talking about? Show me. Let's have a look.
Look! They twisted some cross, and then this door opened. Look at this! And so I show the laptop.
God, Hyeon, this is it. This is your millionth subscriber kind of shit. Pete, Corrina, do I know where they are? As in to kind of run after them?
Oh yeah. You're not that far. You're just like a little, just the next room over. So yeah.
Pete's going to hear the commotion and he's going to scoot down and covering his head camera. He's going to pick up the gun and pocket it. He's okay. On anything.
Well, that means you have to sort of you would have to sort of step forward in through the doorway. If
absolutely, yeah. Okay. Pete's going in. He's going to have a look at her. And go, hey, Corrina, look at all this. This must be the absolute secret of the island. Wow.
Yeah. So right now the other doorway is sort of pushed in. The cross now fully upside down on the stone doorway. Glancing down to where the gun was, you see a monk, or presumably a monk in a cassock, his head bowed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's clutching what looks like a large book in his arms, despite the fact that he's completely sort of mummified and so forth, and his mouth is sort of hanging open, his eyes sort of clenched in sort of a final, wince of pain. You can make out a clean hole in his head where the bullet went through.
Sorry, so there were two bodies?
No, just the monk.
No, that's the same one.
And the monk was holding the gun.
Correct.
Did it look as though the monk shot themselves?
Give me an intelligence roll.
Give me intelligence. Okay. 34. Yes.
I mean, you're not a forensics expert, but to your mind, I mean, it came out of that hand. The bullet holes on that side. I mean, it seems pretty
straightforward.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And you told us that he was holding a book in the other hand?
Yeah, his other arm is sort of clutching this big leather-bound book.
I'm gonna try to retrieve it.
Okay. And as you sort of look around, you can see that one of his legs is clearly sort of broken, you can sort of notice it's kind of at a little weird angle. But yeah, you begin to sort of grab it and kind of tug it. It's sort of, he's sort of like stuck to it, but you're sort of pulling out, and the body sort of like jerking a little bit, and then finally a couple of fingers break, and the book comes into your hand. Meanwhile, what are the rest of you doing?
We're going to catch up, yeah. I think us three in the other room. We're going in.
And them,
yeah, actually, yeah. So,
We went live, were we, at this point? Were we going out live?
I think you were, because you were. I mean, you were looking at the bullet cases and that sort of thing, and I think you would ask some questions of the audience, maybe, or maybe I'm thinking something else. But in any case, yeah, you. I believe you're still alive at this point. Speaking of which, you're getting messages from Maya. She's asking, "Is that a fresh body or is it an old body?" Let me know before I put it live. I'll stay on your feed for now.
Okay, I saw a message back to him like, I'll find out. We're gonna catch up and head off to meet the guys.
Just keep your cam up until we're sure. This is great stuff, by the way. Keep it up. By the way, you're watching this. The subscribers and the viewers just kind of go through the roof. You're already at close to 8,000 viewers, and you're creeping, closer and closer to that 1 million subscriber mark. You're also getting a lot of super chats as you watch coming through, and now you're getting into a few triple digits coming through regularly now.
Wow.
You're getting a couple hundreds here and there. Most of them are still 10 and 5, stuff like that. But you're seeing a couple of bigger ones coming through. This is you've never seen this before, Hyeon, as you're sort of watching this.
I tell that to the guys, then I'm like sort of like trying to amp up the energy, and I'm like, guys, this is the best show we've ever done. Guys, it's going for the roof. We gotta look at these subscribers. Look at this sponsorships. We gotta let's get to that room. We gotta film more of this. They love it.
and Marco's just running straight through. He just kind of saw that footage and he knows that's going to be subscriber gold. So he's just running through to try and get in there because his head cam isn't there, so he needs everybody else. Yeah.
All right, you guys go running in. Meanwhile, Corrina, you're holding this book, which is it's rough the size of like a large sort of Bible sort of thing. It looks leather bound, but there's a curious symbol on the cover which looks like it's fashioned out of silver. Up close, it looks almost like little twisted knots that bend and shape themselves into what looks like some kind of fly in the center of the cover. But it's heavy.
Corrina, do you recognize the symbol?
Well, maybe I will. If I succeed my occult roll, if that's okay with Alex anyway.
Yeah, please.
Is that a success? Doobie-doobie-doobie-doop. It is. It's a regular success, but well.
Okay. You're not sure, but you think it might be associated with potentially morbus because he was had to do with disease and of course the flies are associated with illness and disease as well. So it's possible there's a connection.
I'm gonna start whispering now. Pete, I think I'm putting my head in my pocket. I'm taking out the gold coin.
Uh-huh.
I think this might be related to Morbus.
That's that thing from that thing.
Yes. The coin, you see, the coin, it talks to me,
It's led you here. That's amazing.
It is warm to the touch. Do you want to touch it, Pete?
I don't know. Will I taint it or something? I mean...
Yeah. Better not touch it.
You hear a voice kind of coming from to the side to you as M steps into the room, and she says, "Here, let me." And she reaches out to grab the book from you.
Hey, back off, lady. This is Spektral Krew.
Get out, you fake.
She looks indignant.
Enoch, could you get this person off the set? This is for the Spektral Krew. Marco, come in here. Corrina's got something amazing.
Whoa, okay, everybody, eyes on this. Corrina, come on. What'd you find? Let's have a look.
Was in the dead arms of this monk. An old book. A book about Morbus. And I opened the book. And I probably can't read what's inside because it's probably either in Latin or Italian.
By the way, Marcus, M kind of leans into you as she's passing by. She says, "I think she's being corrupted," and she walks past you. None of you. I mean, if any of you want to make a listen check, see if you might have picked that up. But
Ooh, 8.
No, I didn't. I'm fully focused on what I'm doing right now.
I got an 8 out of 25. So hard
Okay,
success.
so you heard it because you're probably behind him anyway. So
I got a 4, so I got an extreme success.
oh yeah, you definitely heard it. You were right there. I think she's being corrupted, and she kind of steps back and steps back and kind of folds her arms, looking very very indignant.
Would I believe her? Would I take anything that she says with, I know Corrina's having her moments, but would I
mean,
naturally...
Marco is kind of susceptible to psychics and what they feel. So I'll leave that entirely up to you. If you want I guess you can make a power roll to see if you believe. Success means you trust Corrina, but
that's a horrific fail.
okay. So yeah, as you see Corrina like looking down at this, sounds plausible.
Okay, yeah, Corrina, that's a great find. That's amazing. Is that in Italian? The words. Do you want me to have a look at the words? Yeah. I'm gonna.
Well, if it's actually something I can't read, so if it's not in English, I'm gonna assume it's not English. I'm gonna hand it over to Marco.
Okay.
Here, Marco, you can take it. Do you understand what's going on?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a really important book. I have this deep feeling about it.
Okay. Oh, Em, what about you? You feel like this is an important book?
Hey, boss, this is Spektral Krew. Come on, she's just a spectator.
Yeah, but she's like a special guest, on the show and that kind of thing.
She says, I don't want to step on anyone's shoes.
There you go, boss.
I just want to help. And you see her kind of grab her like, oh, something about the book, and
yeah. What about it?
No, we know, sister. It's about Morbius.
Something I have already said before, maybe.
Listen to
her. She says something with children. Sacrificed. And her hands start to shake as she holds it over. And Marco, give me a power roll.
Enoch, do you feel all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Are you? Because you're in a strange room, with bones of children. No?
We're gonna
get. Don't worry, we haven't forgot about him.
It's been 5 minutes. He hasn't made a power roll yet.
I've got a 24 over 50, so a hard success.
Okay.
For once.
The book almost begins to sort of buzz in your hand, and as you're looking at it, you watch that little silver fly. You watch its wings go. Buzz and flitter for a moment, and then it stops, and then in your ears you hear this the sudden wailing of small children. Give me a sanity roll.
The cracker of a failure.
It's only going to get worse. Hang on.
56 over 20 something.
All right, so you're going to take 2.
22 17.
Let's see here, and roll me a d10, please.
Oh, great. A 7.
Okay.
Lucky number 7, I'll have you know.
So as you're holding this, you look around at M, and then you look around at the others, and everyone is just staring at you. And you feel a little bit possessive about this book suddenly. Like, like they seem to want to take it from you almost. Like maybe they want to keep it from you somehow. You're just feeling, kind of paranoid about everyone sort of looking at you and that they want this book.
So what does the book say, boss?
Yeah, Marco, can you read it?
Can I read it? Did I understand it, or did I just?
Oh, it is in Latin.
Do I speak Latin? No. It's in Latin, so it's hard to get through, but if I hang on to it, speak a bit of Italiano, I can, few words I can pick out here and there, bet more chance than anybody else, so I'll hang on to it, and I'll let you know if I find anything.
Hey, Marco, why don't you show the pages to the camera, and then the people at home can translate it and let us know?
That's a good idea. Hold it up, boss. I get a nice close-up. I put in a macro and also.
Well, yeah, you stand back and zoom in, yeah?
Oh, all right, boss. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you start open the book and start flipping pages, sort of page through.
All right. Do them slowly, boss. Do them slowly.
All right. So as you guys are all watching, as I presume as he's doing this, and you're watching the feed come through, as you're doing this, you're seeing a lot of this Latin, but you also see it's heavily illustrated with graphic and disturbing images depicting very sort of realistic procedures being done to human bodies, including children and infants. As it's going through,
it's going to pull the camera away. They don't want to get demonetized.
I mean, we still have someone editing everything, so
right, okay.
We should be fine.
Enoch, give me a power roll, please.
It's that time again.
You want a drink?
Enoch time.
Take a drink. Yeah.
I got a 73 over an 80, so just a regular success.
Okay. All right. So as you are watching this and you see it being flipped, you hear a cry from the other room and you turn to look. Now this is in the Shrine of Bones. And as you look, you see a monk holding something above this sort of bowl altar, and you're watching it sort of drip and drip and drip into it, just filling it up as he's sort of holding this something wrapped, kind of swaddled, if you will, in some kind of blanket or towel, and it's just dripping into it. And the face sort of turns and looks at you, and what you see is this hood is up, and you see this sort of long plague doctor sort of mask almost kind of turn and look at you, and just is swarming with flies. And as you're doing this, you're suddenly swarmed with flies. Give me a sanity roll.
Oh, I got 14 out of 68, so.
Okay, so you're taking one, but you're still getting these flies around you, even as you sort of shake off this vision. And the rest of you notice this. You see him sort of doing this sort of movement, and you can see this. Suddenly these flies kind of swarming around him.
Actual real flies we can see.
Yeah,
Pete, film.
Oh, jeez, Enoch, you got flies all over you.
Pete, film it. Get the film.
Oh, all right, boss. Sorry.
It's okay,
Pete.
guys. It's okay.
Whoa.
They'll go. It'll be okay.
Just some flies. I mean, let's go back to actually filming the book. The book is way more important.
And Corrina, do you get anything from this?
From the flies?
From the book and the flies and the shrine and the bones and the freaking the monk. Hyeon, are we good to film the monk?
I maybe.
Yeah, Maya said it's okay, but don't focus on anything that's too gory, because he's obviously been there a long time. He's more of a mummy than he is a fresh body, so she's not too worried about it. But don't, she says just kind of stay off like the face and the wound. Just try to stay on the clothing more of that if you have to.
Okay, pass that back to the team. I'm like, don't desecrate the corpse or nothing.
She'll pixelize it if she needs to.
All right, so no close-ups of the child sacrifice. Gotcha.
I'll get a pen out and write on my hand, and just write on my hand, film the bullet hole in the head, and just without a camera, just kind of put it in Hyeon and Pete's and Enoch's kind of peripheries. Say, subscribers.
Pete's used to this sort of signal, so he'll close in on the skull and.
Sure. Maya will blur it, but get the shot.
Hyeon's just kind of like head in his hands. He's like, oh.
Is there anything that Pete can notice now? He's sort of like getting closer to this body. We got the bones of the children, we got the font, we've got the book, we've got something else that used to be in the monk's hand, which is now in Pete's pocket.
Let me see. The monk itself is, as I say, he's mostly desiccated. The only see two wounds. One is the head wound. The other is a broken leg, lower leg. There's the book. That's really about it.
He'll just concentrate on the hole in the head.
Although I will have everyone give me a spot hidden roll. Who's in the room anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, regular success from Pete.
Okay.
Regular success from.
Yeah, regular success as well.
Okay.
I got a 2. I got an extreme success.
Wow.
I got 90 over 50. Not saying a thing.
So Enoch, you probably noticed it first then, but everyone kind of follows your gaze as you're just staring at it. And amidst all the other, looks like could be old dried blood on there, is a very, very small handprint, as if kind of trying to clutch the edge of the stone basin. It's this little bloody print that could only be made by an infant or a small child.
Look at this, guys. Look at what's on the edge of this. And I gesture everyone in and gesture Pete to film it.
Oh, what you got there, Enoch? Looks like some sort of kid was trying to climb up and take a look in the old phone.
I think, and I've got a real strong feeling about this. I think they sacrificed children here.
Oh, geez. Maya said nothing about this.
Why would they do that?
God.
Yeah, and Enoch, with that roll, you can tell that wasn't some child reaching up. That was from the inside of the hole, reaching out.
Corrina, you're sensing this? You said earlier tonight on the bridge you were talking about a kid, a child. What you're getting, what you're feeling. Straight to camera.
I do feel like it's not the same thing. There was a secret here within the monk order. A secret hidden from everyone. There was some sort of secret society, I think, within the monks. That's why this hidden room was there.
Hidden temple.
Because some of the monks went there and sacrificed human beings, maybe even children.
Okay.
All around us, all those lives lost, asking for revenge.
Revenge.
We shouldn't stay here. We should take the book, and we should try to find the crypt now.
Hey, boy.
I take out my EMF meter.
By the way, in the rear corner of this room, there on each corner there are two open doorways. There's no door, just sort of open archways. This is clearly an older part of the monastery. This is sort of the part of the original structure. You can tell the architecture changed from a slightly more modern Victorian era architecture to this this older dark stone material. But these two archways in back corners in that direction.
I take my EMF meter out and I just kind of pick it on just at that perfect kind of like that moment. I make sure it's in camera, like either Enoch or Pete. Just like as Corrina's finishing that really kind of ominous speech about we shouldn't stay here, and I just kind of take it out and just scan it around the room. Walk towards the left-hand door, just going hello.
As you do that, you see the needle sort of quiver, and then it jumps to the top, and a crack runs across the glass in the front of it, and it cracks in your hand. Give me a sanity check. You won't necessarily lose any sanity on this, but I just want to see if you drop it.
Hey, Marco, be careful with the equipment, huh?
94 over 24, 22.
How did you break that?
You're all watching because you get the cameras on this. This is important stuff, and all of a sudden it goes crack, and he goes, and he literally throws it, and it kind of bangs on the floor and breaks open.
Whoa! I didn't break that. Your needle went off the chart. The whole thing kind of blew up.
Marco.
No. This is it.
They
right
want
now.
revenge. We need to get out.
No, we need to get in there. We need to get your witch board into the chapel. We need to do a bit of communion. Hey, we could help people here. What's the point in trying to speak to these ghosts and trying to find out what's going on here if we're not going to see it through?
Yes,
Come on,
Marco, I agree. We'll try that. We can't stay here, but we can go to the crypt. Let's move on, Marco. Let's move on.
Is it Lucas? So is there an entrance out of this altar room? Off?
Well, there's this door there's the secret door you came in, and then there's the two in the back corner. There's two archways. There's two narrow archways.
Okay, so
you don't see any other exits from other than those.
Okay, do they seem to head in the direction of the crypt, or?
If your mental map is correct, the chapel ruins should be, pretty much past the other side of that wall directly ahead.
Okay.
Though there's no doorway leading out that way. There could be from some of the, one of the other directions.
Hey, boss, do you want to go through one of those doors and see where it goes? Might come out in the crypt. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. What are we gonna do? Are we all down one door or half and half? What are we doing here?
I think, Hyeon, should we go around into the crypt and see where they come out?
Hey, it's 50-50. Why don't we ask the psychic which way we go?
Okay,
Corrina, which way you getting the feeling for?
I've got a feeling that M is gonna go towards the left. I'm gonna go towards the right.
I look over at Eb.
You're sending M to the left? Is that
Yeah.
Okay. Just,
Guys, I think we should all stay together. I'm getting a real bad feeling about this place. I don't know how many more signs we need, but I think we should stick together.
Enoch, you're just superstitious. Listen to the psychics. They know what they're doing.
Enoch,
Yeah, the psychics know what they're talking about.
You don't trust M? You think that she's gonna not be alright by herself?
I didn't say that. I think
That's
for
what
our
you just said,
safety-
Enoch. That's what you just said. M, you're fine by yourself, right? If you're a real psychic, I mean.
Never know.
I just want to help. I'll maybe I should stick close to Marco.
Oh, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, well, everybody talking about bad feelings. Of course we've got bad feelings. Look where we are, you Fruit Loops. Listen, right. Hey, Spektral Krew is me and you. We're in here for a team. Enoch, I got a better idea. We need to stick together and we need to go through as a group, okay?
Okay, if Marco says so.
Okay. Corrina, you said the right door, so we're all going to go down the right door. And if we don't find nothing there, we come back, we go through the left door.
That sounds great, Marco. That sounds great.
Okay, so you turn to the left.
Yeah. The right.
No, to the right.
Oh, sorry,
right.
the right rather.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry, you turn to the right, and you come around. You're shining the lights, and you come through. And walking into this room is like stepping into a nightmare. The room is long and rectangular, stretching off into darkness to your right. From the doorway, you can see square pillars that sort of splay out at the top to join the vaulted roof overhead. The curved ceiling may once have been decorated with frescoes, but all you can make now are sort of vaguely unsettling shapes beneath thick layers of soot and mold. The floor is stone with deep gutters cut into it that run from the pillars to drain into a narrow trench that runs the full length of the outer wall. While the architecture is clearly medieval, cables running along the walls apparently once delivered electricity to some antiquated industrial-looking lights spaced every 10 feet or so. There are several kerosene lanterns that are hanging from nearby fixtures. Most disturbing of all are the iron manacles dangling from thick rings embedded in the pillars. They're heavily corroded with rust and stained, with rusty stains sort of running down the stone. And a bit of old fabric is hanging from one of them.
Alex, can I open up the sight in this room? I know it's going to cost me a magic point.
Yep.
Cost you your sanity.
Well, 100%. Yeah, definitely.
Almost
But it's going to be fun.
Just for the record, we made it 18 minutes into the schedule before Enoch had to do a power roll. A mere 18 minutes.
All right, so you all walk in, and there's a moment's pause as everyone's looking around at this horrific looking sight. And Enoch, you step in and you open the sight. And as you're watching, it starts off as just faint sort of screams in the distance. And then you suddenly start as there's a loud scream nearby, and you see attached to one of the walls is an emaciated looking man. His hands are sort of up overhead, manacled to the pillar, and you watch as a monk is carefully cutting small slits in him down his side and sort of pulling bits of skin off as he screams and writhes. And as you look back, you can see that there are torches every so often being held by monks that are coming through here, and you see dozens and dozens of victims. They all appear to be wearing older style, like hospital gowns. They all look like patients, but most of them are covered in blood. And you see as some of them are missing body parts, and you hear kind of a behind you, and you turn and look, and you see one monk is sawing at someone's arm as they kind of scream and shudder and fall unconscious, taking it off. It's basically like an abattoir. It's horrific. You're gonna need a sanity roll for that one, I'm afraid.
28 over 67.
Okay, so success.
Yeah.
All right. So you're only going to take 4.
Okay.
So how does Enoch react to this? As what do the others see when you're witnessing this?
I don't think with the level of what I'm exposed to at that point, I think I'm obviously visibly and probably audibly a little bit distraught. So just like taken aback by everything that I'm seeing. And can I see any more? I'm looking for the guy with the elongated face or the mask. I cannot see him within this.
Actually, as you're looking around, you see that a number of these monks have a mask like that on.
Right. Okay.
Quite a few of them do, in fact. But you have a hard time seeing all of them.
Yeah.
And by the way, you're also going to get 2 levels of exposure.
Great. I like that I did that to myself.
Okay. But what I will do with gaining 2 levels of exposure like that at your current level, you are going to puke. So you can work that into your however you like.
No!
Jesus, Enoch.
Oh, that's
Pete, film
disgusting.
that.
What do I have to?
I dropped down to my knees at this point.
Oh, man.
Look, are you gonna be
Saw
alright?
something, Jade?
No, this place, what they used to do here, I think they used to take the patients down here and they would experiment on them. I don't know. Something.
You have a vivid imagination, Enoch, and that's great. But of course, they won't take patients here in some sort of old crypt and, torture them or something.
Just because they got manacles doesn't mean it's the Spanish Inquisition, you know?
Guys, I mean, he seems awful sure. I mean, Corrina, are you sure you're not feeling anything down here?
Of course, I'm feeling things, but I don't imagine, that they're taking patients here. We saw so many bullets. We saw that, some military people came here. We saw this installation. We saw the lights. We see the manacles. Of course, it was military people doing some weird shit here. Maybe interrogating people. That's what it must be.
Can I try and look for the leftover piece of fabric that's left on one of the manacles?
Yeah, it matches the hospital gowns you saw. And even as you do it, you see that part of it is dark with long, dry blood.
Corrina, feel this. And I just gesture towards Corrina. That is definitely a hospital gown.
Petey, get a shot.
I'm not playing around. I'm not got a vivid imagination. Maybe you're not the only one that can feel things when they're in these locations.
Enoch, do you think so? Do you think you could actually feel something?
Yeah. What do you think?
M says, I think the people in here were used for unspeakable rituals to summon him.
What?
Unspeakable.
The monk, the head monk? Someone who? Marco, do you know what she's talking about? Is that in the book?
And she's actually just staring off in the darkness. Summon him.
It's
Summon
Alex,
him.
is my
summon
is
who?
my sight still open?
Yeah, it is, and in fact, you're trying to ignore it. But even as you see your companions around you, you see this other stuff happening as well.
Can I get anything from M saying summon him? Do I get anything from that?
Actually, yeah. As you're watching, you see sort of a dark sort of almost cloud around her. And as you're looking, it's almost like a cloud of small flies kind of swarming around her. just almost blurring
But
around
they're
her.
not affecting her. Is she being affected in the same way as like we have when the flies have swarmed us, or are they just almost?
She doesn't seem to notice them, or if she is, she's ignoring them. But you notice at the moment you pay attention to her, she turns around and looks at you, and her eyes are black.
Okay.
Do we see this, or is this just?
No, I think it's just me, isn't it?
No, you don't see it.
So unspeakable rituals. How convenient, M. Yeah, great. I'm gonna prove to you all that there is nothing here, and I'm gonna try to go towards the direction she was looking at.
Hey, guys! Maya loves this location. She wants to go live. Marco, she wants you to hold the book open and film, and we'll use this backdrop. We okay to go?
Is this where we're gonna do the witchboard thing?
No. We're gonna go downstairs.
The witchboard is in the chapel beneath the.
Okay.
In the crib beneath the chapel.
Okay, so no witchboard yet. We're building up to it. Of course we are. Okay. Yeah, I got the book. I'm holding it here. The M. Do you want to just sidestep a bit? You're just looking quite normal there. We just move you to the side. Everybody, Enoch, you've still got a bit of stick in your beard. If you just come in the background here, don't wipe it off. Don't wipe it. No. Don't wipe it off. That's it. Good man. That's it. So do you want the back of the book or from the front of the book?
Hey, boss, stand by those manacles. That'll look really good.
Oh yeah. Okay. Do you want me to hold one up?
Let's get some shots of the pages.
As all of this is happening, can I kind of like go to the side with them?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, she steps to the side and she's staring at the book, and Marco, but she goes with you.
okay, I'm just gonna close the site and not mention anything to anyone.
Okay, so you spend the points.
I spend the points on closing the site.
I suppose just leave it open, save your points.
Yeah, but
If I was going towards the direction she was looking at, would I find anything? Is there anything in the darkness?
Okay, so you just walk off into the darkness?
Yeah, I'm just trying to prove that there is nothing here. Am I wrong?
All right. So you go off and into the darkness, and you begin sort of walking. The sound sort of fades behind you as you sort of leave the group and begin walking down this long sort of this sort of long room with the pillars.
Yeah, I'll activate the night vision thing so I can actually.
Okay,
look
so
around.
you everything goes green and you have your night vision camera on. You continue to walk down a few steps more, and you suddenly feel very cold. You get this chill, and it's as I say, it's pretty warm and humid at this location, but suddenly you get this sort of cold, and you watch as you literally see your breath in front of you, and you hear something off to the side of one of the chains rattles, and you turn and look, and you get a view of that, and then as you cut back, directly in front of you is one of these plague monks. He has the sort of leather plague mask, and his face is almost right near yours. And as you look in horror, he pulls the mask, pulling bits of skin and flesh off with it, as if it was sort of stuck to it, and bits of strands of skin and black sort of peel away with it. There's bits of bone showing beneath his face. His eye sockets are empty. And as he opens his mouth in this huge, almost like to scream at you, a swarm of flies comes out and swarms around your face, gets in your nose and your eyes, and you begin screaming as you make a sanity roll.
If I succeed my sanity roll, can I try to stab him?
Yep.
Great, perfect, amazing. That's what I wanted to hear. And that is a success.
Okay. There's going to be three points of sanity, and you gain a level of exposure.
Great.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, you can react to it how you want. I mean, you still scream, and it's still horrifying, and even as you swat these flies away, and look, and you shine the camera back, and you don't see him anymore, but you still have these flies around you. Hyeon, you see this on you have your various feeds, and you were sort of peripherally sort of watching her as if she could sort of petulantly went off into the darkness to prove M wrong, and you saw the feed suddenly go sort of almost, it went staticky, and you saw stuff jumping around. You heard her scream, and all of a sudden from You presume it must have been beneath your iPad, because suddenly flies began to come up and form around you as well.
Jesus. Guys, these flies are everywhere. Corrina, you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Hyun's going to sort of go towards Corrina quite quickly.
Yeah, can we do one of those classic kind of shots where we all run and the camera's all kind of
Oh, yeah, of
going?
course.
And it's like one of those ghost hunter kind of...
That is the bread and butter of a ghost hunting show.
Corrina! Oh, Corrina!
Can I pull M back when everybody does that, though?
Sure. Yeah.
And say to her, Are you the Shadow Man?
She leans and says, "No, but I know who he is."
You need to show us so that we can eventually get off of here.
When we get to the crypt, you'll see.
Right, and then I kind of gesture for her to carry on and run on behind.
Yeah, she sort of brings up the rear. She sort of stays behind a bit, but she follows along. So the rest of you get up to what's Corrina doing? You hear footsteps as they all sort of run up to you, after hearing you scream.
I was trying to summon the spirits, and then I saw a monk with a plague mask. He took it off, and he must have been a leper or something. Some half of his face was missing. I could see bones, I could see flesh, I could see rotting and flies.
Marco, I'm going to assume you're the first one there, and you know she's telling you she's clearly distraught. You haven't really seen her this upset before, probably, but when you glance down at her feet, you see a plague mask on the ground.
Oh,
she hasn't noticed it.
Pete's going to arrive and try and get a close up of that. Say, boss, what's that on the floor?
I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to lean down and pick it up, and like.
It's damp, and you feel something moving beneath your fingers. As you turn it over, you see maggots sort of crawling around the inside of it, and worms.
Whoa. I try and hold the mask, and I'm trying to get as much off as possibly as I can.
Yeah, there's mud and other bits of stuff. There's other stuff kind of stuck to it.
Hey, boss, hold it still.
Stuck to the bottom part, like on the inside, is what looks like a tooth.
Oh my God! Hey, when I was in the meat tube in the morgue, you remember when I came out and I said I saw the guy with the mask and the face?
Yeah.
This is it. This guy, he's here. He's on the island.
I think there's more. These are what the monks used to wear. When I was just up there, that's what I saw. I saw a bunch of these guys with these on, sacrificing people, the hospital patients.
You saw a bunch of these guys?
Yeah.
Well, like how many? I didn't see anybody. Hyeon, did you see anyone?
They're spirits, Marco. Spirits. They are real. But they're not people. They can appear and disappear.
Okay, Corrina, say that again to the camera.
Okay, Marco. But people, they understand, they follow us, and they've been through many of our expeditions, and that's it now. Many spirits around us. Some monks with leprosy. They follow us. They taunt us. Do they want us to go, or do they want us to stay? We don't know yet. We need to make contact.
Yeah.
Marco, the feed's going wild. This $500 if you put on a mask. It's that hedge guy again.
Oh, bloody hell, hedge again.
Okay.
$500.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, okay.
We got 987,000 subscribers. We're close to 1 million. Come on, Marco.
900. Okay.
Put the mask on and hold up the book. Hold up the book.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
Whoa, let's calm down. Maybe Marco can put the mask if we reach 1 million subscribers.
Okay, I'm liking the sound of that. Like a challenge for you at home, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, crewers.
Call your friends,
Exactly.
And
You can
come with us.
reach
Guys,
Get your
As soon
friends,
as we reach
everybody
the
on.
Maya's saying you gotta do it. Come on. It's for the show.
Okay.
Marco,
okay,
you
just,
don't have to. Maya is not here with us. She's not doing it. We are doing it.
Yeah, but this
We
show,
can take our own decisions.
this show is us, Corrina. It's us, and it's you people at home. I go right up to Pete's camera. It's you people at home, huh? Just gonna show you in this mess. See what you can see in there. You can see there's mud and muck and oh god, there's still a maggot in there. No, oh geez, look, there's a. You see this? This is a tooth, huh?
Oh God, what?
Tooth. Can I pull the tooth out, Alex?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just kind of stuck there, you know, in the stuff.
Huh?
A little bit of
Genuine ghost tooth right here. Huh? Hey, Enoch, catch. Okay,
That's gonna end up on eBay, I can tell you.
give me a power check there, Enoch.
Hey, everybody drink.
That's brilliant.
yes.
You know, can't do a single action to make a power roll.
I take a breath near Enoch. Enoch,
To be fair,
power roll.
he just threw a dead monk's tooth from, you know. I mean, you know.
Yeah, that's, I guess,
I just feel like that.
that's where our relative is at the moment. A dead monk's tooth is fine. An 80 for an 80.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
So
Just
Use a point of luck to fail.
when it hits your hand, it's almost like you get a sudden shock. You watch as you see some of these flies that are sort of around everyone, but they seem to be more concentrated around Pete and Marco, and not as many as M, but you see them. And you see a few around Corrina. Again, not quite as many. Oh, actually, there are more around her now because I forgot to mention Corrina. You're gonna get 2 more exposure
Okay, so I go up to 5.
from your monk encounter.
okay, so I can see the flies around them, which indicates to me
Yeah.
their level of exposure.
Well, yeah, your character wouldn't know that, but
I
yes,
don't have any
effectively.
notion
Yes.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Whilst Enoch's staring into the distance, I'm just going to put the mask on and go, okay, here you go, crewers. This is for you. Let's make that 1 million subscribers mark.
Hold on the book, boss. Can you read something from the book? Make it look really good.
Subscribers are going up. Come on.
Don't breathe in. Don't breathe in while you have the mask.
Viri Vicivani, Leaning Tower of Pizza, and
Well, honestly, I mean, because you speak Italian, I mean, you're not fluent in Latin, obviously, but you know, you can get some of the pronunciations. You know.
yeah, I'll
okay.
try and read out a few of the pronunciations. Yeah,
They're loving it. The money's rolling in, guys. Come on. This is great.
I'm like gesticulating with my arms and like giving it some and real performance kind of style here.
So you begin sort of reading and going through it, and you guys are sort of watching as he seems to be. At first, he was performing. You know, you guys have seen him perform before. He does it a lot. He does it well, but now he's almost like reading as if he's not even aware that anyone's watching or filming this. You know, like you catch someone reading. He's still reading aloud, but you're sort of listening to this, and even as he's speaking, you can sort of hear this sort of buzzing of flies sort of around you. You don't feel them, but you just hear them, and it's almost like a little buzzing in his voice, almost as he's doing it.
Marco?
Marco,
You're going to lose 3 sanity points, and you gain another level of exposure.
so that's 19 sanity.
Yep.
And 6 levels of exposure.
So, and he's reading this, and he's getting into it as he's reading it, and you can sort of hear it. And I need you to roll a D10 for me. You're falling down the hole at this point.
More important than the sanity and the exposure, how many more followers do we get from this?
Well, it just went up. It just went up by almost 1,000. So,
I got an 8 on the D10.
oh, nice.
Is it, Alex?
He begins kind of choking, and before you know it, Marco, you're suddenly having a hard time breathing, and after a moment, you realize that you can't breathe in this mask. The mask feels like it's suffocating you. It's attached to your face.
I'm going to try and take it off.
Okay, give me a D10 roll again for this. This is for how long this lasts.
An 8.
Okay, so He kind of just reflexively closes the book. Is kind of trying to hand it off. What are you doing?
I'm palming the book off on whoever it is, and I'm just both hands now. Whoever's there. Yeah, I just hand it to if Pete's there, and I just get both hands on the front of the mask, and I'm literally like wrenching the fucking thing up, just like.
Okay, it's a little harder than you might have expected, but it pulls off, and there's still bits of it attached to your face as it pulls, but you still can't breathe.
Hey, Enoch, get in there! I think it's stuck to his face.
I go full in Heimlich maneuver.
Okay.
Smacking him on the back, yanking at him, trying to help him out.
He's not breathing. In fact, you can see his lips turning.
Pete is still filming.
Can I?
Of course.
Can I lie him down on the ground then and check his airway?
Yeah. He lies down, and as he's laying there, he stops moving. He's extremely still. Hyeon Mai is freaking panicking. She's like, "What the hell is wrong? What the fuck?"
Is the mask
she's just
still on his face?
No, he got
no. He was able to get it off. There's still bits of stuff on his face, including a little worm that's sort of on his forehead that's sort of making its home there. But he's just not breathing.
Hyun just starts to flat out panic, and he's just like,
and then
"Oh
he
my
suddenly
god,
inhales.
guys!"
He does one of those jump scare inhales. As he,
Bloody hell, Marco. That's not funny. That's not funny at all.
Hey, what?
Wait a minute. It's not fucking funny. What the hell? I can't breathe.
you had passed out for a good 10-15 seconds there, Marco.
Was there anything for Marco, or was it just blankness?
No, he didn't see anything. He just passed out.
Just rubs his face. Trying to get as much of the mask off as pulls the worm out.
I'll try and help him up. Come on, Marco. You're all right. You're okay now. You're okay. You were only out for a second. It's probably just a little bit.
You see. By the way, you see a lot. You see a lot of flies around him now.
Okay.
Hey. Oh, it's all good. It's
I think.
Okay, I can breathe. It's yeah.
I think we need to wrap this up as soon as possible, guys. It's as much fun as it's been. And maybe Maya doesn't want this on camera, but there's some weird stuff going down, and that's this is not normal. It's not even normal for us.
Yeah, I'm not kind of cool with the place where they're killing the kids. This is a little bit too real for me. Maybe we should just get the seance done and get the hell out of here.
Which way's the crypt then?
Well, can we keep making our way down? Actually, can I look at M at that point when Pete says that and see if she gestures?
When he says what?
When he says which way is the crypt?
She looks at it and she points back the way you guys came.
The other door.
The other door. Guys, I think it might be back the other way. Look, this room doesn't end up at a crypt. Maybe we go back, going the other way. Back into...
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine.
And Hyun's going to pick up the mask actually to take with him, thinking that it might be good merch.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go get this witch board on and go, huh, Corrina?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's going to retrieve the book and hand it to Hyun.
Okay.
The book. Brilliant. Sure.
The big book. Yeah.
Do I still feel the compulsion to have the book?
No, you're okay now.
I have to punch Hyun to get the book.
Well, you don't want to get rid of it, but yeah, you're not. The sort of paranoia has sort of faded at this point. You're still very unsettled though, and right now you're just. Well, I mean, your sanity's pretty low. You're on edge. Like you're in rough shape in that respect. Yeah. So you guys make your way back in the other direction.
Let's go do a witch board. Let's go communicate with some monks.
As you reach sort of the other end of this place, sort of in the direction of the chapel, M says, "I think we saw a door on the outside somewhere up this way," and she goes kind of wandering off up that way, and yeah, here it is. And you hear ting ting ting.
Hey.
As she finds an old metal door.
So is that the way to the crypt?
There's no lock on the metal door. It's just one of these big old, almost like the kind they would have in like a crypt almost, and it just has sort of like a large metal sliding bolt, big chunks of metal.
Does it look like it's been opened before?
Not for a while, because Em actually tries it and she can't budge it.
I got this. Out the way.
She steps back and
It gets in close.
Pete. I'm gonna do the door.
give me a strength roll. Are you filming this?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're filming this.
We're still live.
We're still live. Okay, yeah, we're filming this. I've got a 59 for a 65. I do it and make it look hard.
It doesn't quite budge.
Can I step up at that point and
Yeah.
check my?
So
Enoch, it's pretty rusted there, huh? You gonna? Yeah, I think I've loosened a lot of it for you.
Yeah, cheers, Marco. Can I?
So you can make the roll with a bonus die.
Yeah, I got 38 over 70.
Yeah, no problem.
Just slide it open and I just step back. Again, I also tap Marco on the shoulder as I go past.
Really loosened that one up for you, didn't I, pal?
Cheers, Marco.
Huh?
But as soon as the bolt goes, it sort of opens in a bit, and you get the very faintest smell of a little bit of salt air maybe, along with a very strong smell of citrusy lemon sort of wafting through.
Oh, not the lemons.
Does it look like it's been opened recently, this crypt? Other people have come through here.
You don't think so, but if you want to give me a spot hidden, if you're going to take a little closer look.
Nah, not with the rust, Pete. It's tough door to open.
75 over 60, so nothing.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, it doesn't look like it. You saw that the challenge that even Enoch is a big fella and he's pretty strong. So you don't think it's likely that it was open recently.
Do we see stairs going down or?
Oh no. This actually leads to the outside, and as when you sort of pull the rest of the way open, you can see the cemetery, and just beyond it is the large stone chapel. And you know that the crypt is beneath the chapel, so you have to go in the chapel and then find some stairs to go down.
Okay, crack a couple of glow sticks, chuck them ahead. It's really good for the footage and good visuals and stuff. Anybody who's got to work in EMF, crack it out. Let's see what we get in the chapel. Let's go on me, people.
I mean, visually, this is gorgeous. The moon is now up. It's above the trees, illuminating this entire little cemetery in between the buildings.
Is there a natural sort of clearing in the crypt area that we can get set up? Because Pete wants to have the mask and the book, in the center. Yeah,
you're not exactly sure. You haven't been to the crypt.
Okay.
As I say, you got the big chapel which is above, and then according to what Maya said, there's stairs that lead down to the sort of little burial crypt beneath the altar.
Pete's going to head down that way.
Okay.
As we're sort of heading there, can Hyeon have a look out for other little cameras that might have been put up?
You're gonna look for some of those cameras?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a computer roll. Computer use.
91. Out.
No, you're not picking up anything, and you're not seeing anything, and you've got good signal from your own material.
Wow.
Okay, Pete, Enoch, with the cameras, make sure you're getting the wide shots, do the spin arounds. We want the whole lot in here. We want footage of us walking in, and then once we're in, we want footage of us walking through. Hyeon, Corrina, you got working head cams. You can, do your personal bits, Hyeon. Maybe if you watch what I'm doing, because my cam's gone.
Yeah, I think let's get some moonlight in here. Should we crack some glow sticks?
Yeah. Everybody, let's get footage, head cam, crack your glow stick, throw it. Watch the hands, watch where it goes.
Yeah, and these are those big glow sticks, so you guys getting lots of light with those. As you pass through the cemetery, the headstones were all sort of very old and weathered. Even to the untrained eye, it looks like they date back centuries. In fact, you really don't see any recent ones at all, which is not that unexpected to be honest. The old chapel is little more than a hollowed-out ruin at this point, though it seems stable enough. Anything that was going to fall has fallen at this point, short of a major earthquake. The old stone apse is surprisingly intact, which is that the apse is sort of the sort of domed area above what the altar itself would be. But over the centuries, there used to be a wooden altar, but over the centuries, the wooden altar sort of decomposed, which is a little more than an overgrown mound of peculiar vines, variegated leaves, dusty olive, and purple. To either side of the mounds, there are steps that curve downwards. The left staircase appears to be clear. The other one has, you see some rocks and debris that look like they've sort of clogged the other stairwell.
The altar, is there a clear depiction of who's worshipped here?
No, as I said, it used to be an old wooden altar. It's long since been decayed.
Okay, so nothing in the stonework or...
No, it was wooden apparently. But as you look around, you do see that there's a fresco on the dome. You can just make out sort of very little about it, except that perhaps it had a sort of distinctly sort of Mediterranean style. Give me a spot hidden.
Everyone or just Marco?
Well, if anyone's going to look at the fresco.
I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
I'll give it a go.
83 over 50. Nothing.
I failed.
40 on 40. I got bang on.
Okay. I mean, you see sort of partial hands and faces. You see what might be like a monk, but you really don't see too much in the way of detail. Now, the stairs that are on the left there, left and right, but the ones on the left are open. Those presumably lead down to the crypt where the witchboard is supposed to take place.
Pete, do you think maybe you could fly your drone inside the crypt?
I don't know. It's pretty cramped in here. I usually fly it outside. Do a nice circle of the graveyard.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe just, like above the chapel and then inside and then going down the stairs. If you can manage to do that, I don't know if that's feasible, but I know that you're quite, talented with those kind of things.
Okay,
so.
Let me get the goggles on. I'll give it a go.
Perfect.
Okay. So so you dig it out of the pack and get it set up, and where are you going to fly it to?
So he's going to start off high above, getting the moonlight, getting the glow sticks, and then he's going to come, hey boss, stand over there. And then he's going to try and fly past Marco and then drop down into the crypt. Probably just straight to darkness because there's nothing down there particularly.
Well, the drone does have night vision if you wanted to use that.
Okay, so yeah, he'll do the night vision. Say, hey, Ian, if I can pilot this thing, do you want to go live with this and have this as the intro?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Let's see where it goes. Let's see what it does. And hey, if someone's good, everyone, we get ready. We run down there. Meet us at the ready. Witchboard at the ready. Let's do this.
You want me to roll for it?
So you get it outside and you begin sort of circling. You get some great shots of the moonlight. It just lights up this place, and then you sort of bring it in a long sweeping view. And one of the walls is sort of missing in the chapel, so you can just kind of fly it right in. You fly over where all of you are. Marco's sort of looking up at the fresco, and everyone's sort of going about their business. And then you manage to swoop it around and into the stairs. I'll just need a dexterity check just to, because you got to maneuver it kind of down a tight little corridor kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a hard success.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's a little tight, but you made it. But you got no problem as you swing it through. Yeah. So as you bring it around in, you see a large room about the same size as the sort of altar area above. There are stone pillars, and you begin sort of weaving your way through them. And in the center, you see the ancient altar itself, which is basically just it's just a big old block of stone just sitting in the middle. Way at the back, you can make out there are these little alcoves, and the one at the back appears to have some sort of statue in it. Can't make out too much detail with the camera right now, but you sort of give it a little fly around. It's really tight flying around in here because of the all these pillars and so forth. So you're having to be sort of a little careful, sort of maneuvering it, but you do get some great shots, and you at least get it to come over and get a good view of the stone block where you're going to be doing the spirit board.
Okay, that's it, Corrina. That's where we're going. Pete, just give it once more over the altar.
Okay, like that, boss?
That's it. Corrina, there's no one down there. There's no freaky bird mask monks down there. Let's go down. Let's do our communion. Let's see if we can speak to the victims here. We want to speak to the victims and find out their side of the story, huh?
Marco, do you know what a crypt means?
Yeah.
So you know it's from Greek, of course.
Yeah.
In
I was
Old Greek, crypt, like in crypto or cryptography, crypt means hidden away. It was the place where secrets of the church were protected. And tonight, for you, viewers, we're gonna reveal to you some new secrets. Follow us down this way.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go first down the stairs. Doop a doop a doop a doop.
doing that.
One would hope not. All right, so you got. I assume someone follows her with the camera.
Absolutely.
All right, so you get the beautiful shot, like walking down behind, the classic ghost hunter shot of going down into the dark stone. It's very narrow. You're actually kind of surprised you get that drone down there without smashing it. You kind of make your way through the pillars, and you come to sort of the center area, and you see this old. But there's a smell of mildew and age down here, dirt, stone. You've been in places like this before, but there's something oppressive about the air down here, and it's still hot. Like normally when you go into a basement or something like that, it gets cold or cooler, at least. Not around here. Right now you're still sweating down here as you come down. There are bits of stone broken here and there. Some of the pillars are sort of broken apart, but you manage to, there's nothing that's going to particularly get in the way. It's roughly 60 feet long and 40 feet wide, not including the pillars. Along the walls are dozens of crypts, each sealed with a heavy stone block. At the eastern end, there are 3 alcoves. The central one is almost 10 feet deep. The northern one contains a statue of a monk, his head bowed, his face completely obscured in shadow. The central alcove has the sort of monk statue in front, but behind, you see what looks like a stone pedestal and an iron box sitting on top. The box is about 18 inches wide and 30 inches long and about 10 inches thick. You kind of all see it as you sort of come in here and you're shining lights around. You can make this out in the back.
Pete, do you think you could try to open that box for us?
Sure. Let me just put the camera down a sec. Hang on.
Oh, here, no, pass it to me. I got it.
Okie dokie.
What's in the box?
It's going to. Is this like a modern looking box?
No, it's old.
Oh, okay.
In fact, the lock on it is, kind of one of those old fashioned locks. It looks, almost, medieval in its appearance.
Okay.
Judging by the thick layers of rust and corrosion, it hasn't been opened in centuries.
Come on, Petey. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Guys, we've only got 5,000 more subscribers to go till we hit 1 million. We should make this a thing. Like, what's in the box? And
what's in the box? Hey, everybody! I turn the camera around. Hey, everybody! You're at home now. You post in here. Let's see. Best guesses. What's in the box? Huh? Everybody at home? I want a hashtag. What's in the box with your answer? Okay, go. What's in the box?
And Pete's gonna try and open the box.
Okay. Like I said, it's got this big old padlock on it. Do you have any kind of? I don't think you have any kind of expertise with
not that kind of expertise. No.
And what skill would you recommend using? Do you think? Do you have any mechanical skill?
He's only got electronics, unfortunately.
I mean, you could try to brute force it, but you'd really have to hit it with something because again, this is pretty stout.
Use your gun. Just all of a sudden pull out a gun.
Where the hell did you get that?
Yeah.
You got any tools or something? I need some pliers or something to get this thing open.
Maybe. I'm gonna look at my pack and see if there's anything that's like.
I mean, most of your tools are pretty small. I mean, they're made for electronics and that kind of thing. You're not gonna have any kind of like a hammer or anything like that. Not your style.
Maybe we can get a couple of rocks and start smashing.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly plenty of rocks just lying around. You can hit it with a rock.
Okay, chuck us a couple of those big ones. I'll take care of it. And
don't break anything.
He's going to very carefully chip away at the lock to see what he can do with it. See if this bolt's coming off. He's going to.
Hyeon, what's our best guess? What's in the box? What are they saying? What's our best guess?
most people say Gwyneth Paltrow's head, but a lot of them are saying more plague masks, or one of them said like a dead baby. Not what we want. Not what we want.
Boss, there's not going to be a dead baby in this, is there?
No. It's Gwyneth Paltrow's head. It's okay. Yeah.
Why do they say that?
You're okay.
Why do they say that, boss?
Because of the film. What's in the box? Huh?
I've not seen that film.
Brad Pitt.
Pete just
what's in the
opens the
box?
goddamn box.
It's something to look forward to when we get back home.
No, I don't got that film. Okay, he's going to carry on hitting the.
Okay, yeah, just give me a strength roll.
Okay, 36. Not quite a hard, but yeah,
you would need a hard to succeed.
I nearly had it. He's going to push.
Are you going to push it or use luck?
Yeah, he'll push that roll. He's going to
push. There's a good chance you could either well, actually, let's see. Yeah, if you push it and fail, then you will have. Then what you're going to do is basically you're going to twist the lock and kind of lock. It's going to be impossible to get off with any tools you have.
Luckily, that's not necessary. I'll spend the 6 luck to.
All right.
I got a hard success.
Right.
Luckily, the rock finds the right spot and chips it open.
All right, crack, and you hit it just right. The rock, you kind of, bang your hand a bit, but no injury, and the lock falls off.
Okay, boss, here we go, and he opens it towards the camera.
Okay, you open it. You see there's something inside wrapped in old oil skin or oiled leather, and tied with a cord.
Oh,
it's kind of longish, maybe about this, maybe about a 1.5 long.
Looks like it could be a head.
Hey, pull the cord, Petey.
Okay.
Peter, can you unwrap that? Or?
Yeah, Pete's gonna first of all hold it up for the camera like he's on QVC or something.
It's heavy.
And it's heavy, is it?
I mean, it's not heavy. Not so heavy you can't lift it, but it's pretty heavy for it's got some heft to it.
And so, what kind of size are we talking about?
Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
It's about 1.5 long, maybe about it's wider at the lower end. It actually feels like a large maybe knife or something like that. I mean, just by the sort of general shape and feel of it. Yeah.
He's going to carefully unwrap it, thinking it might be some sort of antique that he might be able to flog a little bit later.
So you untie it, undo the wrap. And slowly sort of open up in your hand. The one side falls off first, revealing a long sort of thin blade of dark metal.
The one character you want to have a knife in our group.
Better than Marco at this point.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
but you open it up, and you see a beautiful cross guard with that sort of twists in these sort of long tendrils on either side, and you realize that they're sort of like worms that sort of writhe around. In fact, it looks like the whole handle looks like it's made, carved to look like it's made of worms. And then at the end is a large sort of insect head, or like a fly head at the end of it.
Oh, boss, look at this. It looks like worms. This is something else.
I need you to give me a power check.
Oh, power.
The insect head there on the pommel, that's a
lot like the one on the book.
It is.
That is...
Yeah.
Yes. 60 over 75.
Okay. You hear whispering in your head. Oh, it sounds like Latin. In fact, it sounds a lot like the words you heard Marco saying before.
Okay.
And you can almost feel these carved worms, but for a moment it feels like they're almost moving in your hand beneath on the material itself. And you look down, and for a moment they almost look like they're moving. Give me a sanity check.
Okay. Yep, that's 14 over 17.
Oh, nice. Okay. You're only going to take one, as you sort of you realize it was probably the lights that just sort of freaked you out, and you're like, but you managed to not drop it.
Pete's had some bad trips. He knows that what he's seeing might not be real.
Oh, but you gain a level of exposure.
Gee, thanks.
Enoch, you see flies actually sort of swarm around this knife, and some of them move on to Pete and begin swarming around him in an even greater abundance.
What do you think this was used for, boss? Corrina, do you want to take a look at this? And he holds the
beautiful piece of work, huh?
Very much.
I'm gonna slowly, for the camera, take out my own knife. I'm like, no, I have my own tool for tonight.
Oh. I don't know. I think we should try and use this, Corrina, in our witch body ritual, because a better, stronger communion with this place, huh?
Yeah, the viewers are saying use the freaky knife.
Use it. I ain't got no baloney to chop up.
That's fine. We can use both of them, I guess. And I'm gonna.
Yeah, give it to Corrina.
Right, hey, Corrina, here you go. He hands the...
Or Enoch.
We only got 3,000 subscribers to go, guys. We can do this.
Hey, Enoch, pass this to Corrina.
Enoch, clean this knife before it goes to Corrina.
Well, Enoch, you can see this thing. This thing is just you can almost barely see it with the flies that you can see swimming around it, and you can actually see the worms moving on its surface. Give me a sanity check, Enoch. You haven't touched
Enoch,
it at this
you
point.
okay? Yeah, you got a bit of a... Enoch?
79 over 63, so that's quite the failure.
You're not going to be sick again, are you, man?
I might do.
Just give me the knife. That's fine.
All right, you're just staring at this thing, and I mean, it sort of almost eclipses everything else that's around you at this point, as you see this darkness that appears darker than even the black around you, and you're going to take 7 points of sanity. You two will gain a level of exposure, and I need a D10 roll.
You as well?
A D10 roll?
At this point, I can only see Hyeon and Marco getting off the island.
8.
And Marco. Exposure level 1 still.
All right, group hug later.
Hyeon, put that mask on and hold this knife. And read the book.
We need a thumbnail.
As you're looking at this, you feel a compulsion to want to destroy this offensive object. It's disgusting to you. You want to destroy this offensive object at all cost.
Right. Do I Pete passes it to me, yes?
No, I think he passes it straight to Corrina.
He hasn't handed it to me yet. Okay.
Passing past you.
Yeah, so it's in front of you within reach, let's say.
I'll try and grab it from Corrina.
Yeah, in fact, I would go so far to say is you don't want anyone else to touch it because of how evil this seems to you.
Yeah, I was about to grab it, but if you stop me,
Yeah, I grab it, and then I
pause. Yeah, I need you to make a power roll the minute you touch it. Sorry.
The minute
the minute you grab it. Yeah.
Oh, I got a 19.
Okay.
Over. So it's a hard success. It's very close to an extreme success. But,
all right.
A hard success.
All right. So as soon as you reach out and you grab this knife, you can sort of feel it, sort of pulse through your body. This evil from this thing. You gain another point of exposure, and you can sort of again feel it moving beneath your hand, even as you saw it. And you're watching some of these flies around it sort of swarm onto you, and you can see your own sort of increasing numbers as you do. You still have this compulsion to destroy it, though, and it's, if anything, it's stronger than ever.
I am. What am I going to do? I'm going to, for now, try and get the wrap back around it and put it into the box.
All right.
No, what are you doing, Enoch? We're gonna need that for the show.
Enoch, what the hell?
Lob it.
You don't like this.
Across the other side of the room.
Okay.
And then stop everyone and go, guys, this is something we can't mess around with. There's something wrong with that knife I've got. Maybe this is the time that I actually tell you that I sometimes see things very similar to maybe what Corrina sees. And there is something seriously wrong. You got to trust me with this. There's many years that we've been doing this.
Corrina, did you see this?
Enoch, it could be, it could be a tool useful for a ritual to cleanse the place. You realize that, things are not always as bad as you think they are.
Corrina.
Yeah, you can't just pick up this talent, Enoch. Corrina, she's been doing this for years and years and years.
Yeah, but Enoch has been close to me and to us for so many years. Maybe he's picking up a few things that we've seen.
Picking up
we've
a few
all
skills
seen,
from you, yeah?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it rubs off. I mean, talent.
And maybe with
but
Em here as well,
Yeah, and I mean,
Well,
tonight, it is quite an unusual night. We've all seen things. Enoch, I believe you, but I think that you're a little naive, It's just the beginning for you. You don't understand things like I do.
Corrina, I'm going to have to just say we'll put your bullshit to one side for a minute, and I don't want you to touch that knife.
Oh, Corrina, he just called your work bullshit. What do you say to that, Pete?
What is this now? But the show's about
If you want to say that again, I still have one knife in my hand.
Oh.
Say that again to my face.
If you like the show and want to support the Miskatonic Playhouse, you can do this for as little as £1 on Ko-fi. That's ko-fi.com/Miskatonic Playhouse. And we would be incredibly thankful if you could take the time to leave a review wherever you listen to our podcast or watch our videos. You can also join us on Discord, Facebook and other social media platforms via our website www.miskatonicplayhouse.com and through the links found in the show notes. Until next time, when the curtain rises again.